Thank you, Commander. I will depart from the program here for a second. I want to introduce Congressman Micah for a second, please.
Thank you, Commander Snyder, and thank you for the opportunity to make a special presentation at this time. First of all, I can't help but coming here as a member of Congress representing 800,000 plus people in the 7th Congressional District to say thank you to Constantina Tutten, to the entire Tutten family. Our heartfelt appreciation is with you on this day and has been every day. I remember at Christmas season and the day we lost Bryan, and all of us have had him in our hearts and prayers since that day. The good Lord took him to be home. There are no words, no plaque, no little commemoration that can replace that loved one, but we want you to know, on behalf of all of the people of the district, how much we, again, thank you for this incredible sacrifice you and your family have made. Good Lord has a time for all of us. He took Bryan on that Christmas day, and we'll rename this post. Post 2391 is a nice numerical designation, but this is going to be known as the Bryan Tutten VFW post from this day forward. So I want to thank the VFW members and officers for what you have done. Remembering our son of St. Johns County that we came here to honor today. I want to thank those in active service to our military and those who've served in the past, many of you in the audience, for your continued service in keeping this nation free and allowing us to have a country to live in that God has truly blessed each and every one of us to be a part of. Now, in closing, not a lot will be remembered in total of what's said here today, but I wanted to make certain that Bryan's legacy to us all was remembered in the Congressional Record of the United States. It's the official record of our country's representative bodies. And previously I had the opportunity to present to Mrs. Tutten, both the mother and widow, a statement that is part of the official record of the United States Congress. I wanted to make certain that today's occasion is recognized, and Commander Snyder and Mrs. Tutten, would you come up on behalf of the family? I'd like, if possible, Commander. I recorded today's events in anticipation of this ceremony in the record of the United States Congress, and also Bryan's tribute that had previously been placed in the congressional record, so that not just the folks that are gathered here, but everyone in the country and for posterity, they'd know of his deeds, his service, and this family's sacrifice to our nation. So this I'm going to present to the commander of the post to be hung in the post. And here's a copy for the Tutten family of the same record of Bryan's service in this great day in which this incredible VFW post has paid a great honor and tribute to one of our American heroes. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman. I'd like now to introduce Mrs. Jennifer Ridgely from the Office of the U.S. Senator Mel Martinez. Jennifer has a letter to read from the Senator.
Senator Martinez wishes he could be here personally, but he asked me to read this letter to you on his behalf. Dear friends, it is a great honor and privilege to commend the VFW Post 2391 for recognizing the ultimate sacrifice of one of our nation's valiant heroes. Sergeant Bryan Tutten gave his life defending freedom, and his courage must always be remembered. Throughout our country's history, we have called upon generations of young Americans to serve in harm's way in defense of the United States. Without the sacrifices of our veterans, our nation would not be the great free nation it is today. During this time of war, I am fully committed to providing members of our military with the tools and capabilities they need to successfully complete their mission. This includes not only providing them with the equipment and technology they need, but also ensuring that they return home safely and provided the best care possible. Again, I commend your organization for remembering Sergeant Tutten in this special way. May God bless the men and women of our armed forces, and may he continue to bless America. Sincerely, Mel Martinez, United States Senator.
Thank you, Jennifer. As any post commander will tell you, it is indeed an honor to serve the veterans, their families, and the community. Post 2391 has proudly been serving the veterans, their families, and members of St. Johns County since February of 1932. It is indeed a pleasure and an honor to welcome Mrs. Tutten and Mrs. Smallwood into our post, our family, and our hearts. As one looks around St. Augustine and St. Johns County, one cannot help but notice the many tributes to our veterans. We are indeed fortunate to live in such a patriotic community whose proud members hold so dear the veterans who have served this nation. Words cannot assuage the bereavement of the loss of a loved one and a comrade. Bestowing the name of this fallen hero upon our post honors Sergeant Bryan Tutten and his family. Furthermore, it reflects the pride and the honor for all veterans that is shared by the members of this post, this community, this state, and this nation. And as commander of VFW Post 2391, it is with this pride that I have the honor of reading the following resolution. Whereas Sergeant Bryan Joseph Tutten served this nation with dignity, pride, and honor, having selflessly and heroically given the supreme sacrifice to this nation on December 25th, 2007. It is expressed desire of the members of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, Post 2391, the Veterans of Foreign Wars Department of Florida, and the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States of America, that this post be named in his honor. Be it resolved that from this day forth, Post 2391 shall be named Veterans of Foreign Wars Bryan Tutten Memorial, Post 2391. Now, ladies and gentlemen, may I direct your attention to the unveiling of the post's name. Please unveil the name plaque. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. I would like to escort the family and their guests into the banquet hall, and I invite you all to follow and join us for refreshments inside. I would also like to thank Mr. Glenn Tilley for arranging this and making all this possible. I don't believe he's got enough thanks from many of us.